Vietnamese diplomacy, advancing peace and progress. Later on, Vietnam and Laos continue to deepen solidarity. Good evening and welcome to today's headlines, your go-to bulletin for the most important stories shaping the day. Let's begin with the latest updates. Now, Party General Secretary Tô Lâm welcomed Daniel Rosen, Managing Director of U.S.-based Rosen Partners LLC, this afternoon. The Vietnamese leader reaffirmed Vietnam's commitment to deepening relations with the U.S. in various fields, including trade and investment. He welcomed Rosen Partners' interest in cultural and tourism investment and encouraged further cooperation in science, high-quality agriculture, and human resource development. The U.S. entrepreneur outlines plans to build a world-class amusement park in Vietnam and pledged to promote collaboration in AI, science and technology, and links between Vietnamese and international scientists. Now, at the recent international conference on the role of diplomacy in peacemaking, State President Nguyen Xuan emphasized Vietnam's strategic approach during its unequal struggle against a much stronger invader. He noted that the Party and State of Vietnam recognized early on the importance of integrating military, political, and diplomatic efforts. State President Nguyen Xuan expressed confidence that the conference would further clarify the significance, lessons, and remarkable contributions of Vietnamese diplomacy during both national liberation and development. Prime Minister Phie met with Syria Group Chair Susanna Campbell and the Swedish ambassador to Vietnam this evening. The government leader welcomed the group's $1 billion investment in a polyester fabric recycling complex in Bình Định province. The project aims to promote green, clean production by recycling textile waste. The Prime Minister highlighted Vietnam's focus on green energy and the circular economy as key growth drivers and praised Bình Định favorable investment conditions. The Swedish group's chair commended Vietnam's strong progress in green transformation, while the Swedish ambassador affirmed Sweden's interest in expanding cooperation in science, technology, and sustainability. Now, during the 44th session this morning, the National Assembly discussed a draft resolution on value-added tax or VAT reduction for the latter half of 2025 and all of 2026. The National Assembly Standing Committee agreed with the government's proposal to reduce the VAT rate by 2% for goods and services currently taxed at 10%. This reduction would be effective from July the 1st of 2025 through December 31st of 2026. Deputy Prime Minister Nguyen Xuan Phuc explains that the VAT reduction aims to support businesses and stimulate production and commerce. Moving on to other news, State President Nguyen Xuan will begin his official working visit to the Laos People's Democratic Republic on Thursday. This is his first state visit to Laos since taking office. The visit reflects the high-level commitments of both countries to deepening their traditional friendship and close ties.
These are soldiers and officers of the Lao People's Army sent to Vietnam to participate in the military parade commemorating the 50th anniversary of the Southern Liberation and national reunification.
Laos and Vietnam have always stood side by side and shared joys and sorrows to fight against old and new enemies. These enduring bonds reflect not only the formidable combat strength and pure revolutionary spirit of both armies but also uphold the great values of our two militaries and people.
Generations of leaders and citizens of both countries have worked tirelessly to nurture these precious ties. Vietnam is currently the third largest investor in Laos, with total registered capital exceeding $5.6 billion.
The two countries' collaboration has seen positive progress across various fields, including national defense, security, economy, social, and education. This clearly demonstrates the great friendship, special solidarity, and comprehensive cooperation between Vietnam and Laos.
The state president's visit is expected to provide new momentum to further strengthen ties in a deeper, practical, and effective manner.
Vietnamese State President Nguyen Xuan visit bears a significant meaning. Both sides will discuss issues in implementing foreign policies and agreements between the parties and states. This will deepen the great relationship between Laos and Vietnam.
The visit affirms the country, party, and state's consistent stance to always value and prioritize the special friendship with Laos.
Coming up next, Vietnam breaks ground on its first hyperscale data center. And let's visit Independence Palace, the pride of Ho Chi Minh City. Welcome back to today's headlines. While individuals continue to deposit money into their banking system, businesses and economic organizations are withdrawing funds to maintain cash flow for operations. According to the State Bank's latest report, households' deposits increased by 1.74% in January, equivalent to an additional $4.7 billion. However, corporate deposits dropped by around $8.9 billion, leading to a decline in total system deposits. To attract more deposits, banks are offering incentives like bonus interest rates for online deposits, flexible interest certificates, and expanded digital services. Vitel Group held the groundbreaking ceremony this afternoon for Vietnam's first hyperscale data and high-tech R&D center in Cu Chi District, Ho Chi Minh City. Now, with a capacity of over 100 megawatts, the center ranks among the top 10 in Southeast Asia. It will house around 10,000 data and network equipment racks. This is Vitel's 16th data center and a key step in building Vietnam's digital infrastructure, aiming to accelerate the country's journey to becoming a digital nation. Phase 1 is set to go live in early 2026, while the entire project is expected to complete before 2030. A ceremony for handling of relics and memorabilia of martyrs to their relatives was held Tuesday in Bạc Liêu. During the ceremony, the Department of Social Housing and General Department of Politics of the Vietnam's People's Army presented martyr Nguyễn Văn Rô's death certificate, grave card, diary, and burial photos of his comrades. The martyrs' relatives promised to preserve and cherish these mementos, which serve as a reminder of the noble sacrifice and sacred values that this revolutionary soldier devoted to his country. In Ho Chi Minh City, red flags with yellow stars flutter everywhere. One of the most historic places where you can most tangibly feel the proud and emotional atmosphere is the Reunification Hall. It was here that the victory flag was raised 50 years ago, marking the beginning of an era of independence and development for the Vietnamese people.
Today, the Independence Palace is a historic site many visit to experience the spirit of National Reunification Day. It holds special meaning for veterans who fought for the country's reunification.
Back then, we took up arms to fight, hoping we would return one day. Today, I am truly moved. On occasions like this, I remember the hardships and glory of the past, as well as my comrades.
I witnessed the Quảng Trị, Trị Thiên and Buôn Mê Thuột campaigns and the liberation of the South. Back then, the people eagerly welcomed the Liberation Army. Returning here today, I am moved and surprised.
Every year on National Reunification Day, the Independence Palace becomes a must-visit destination, making everyone feel proud and happy.
I am 101 years old. I came here in 1993. It is much different now. It is very crowded. I feel happy.
Today, I came here very emotional and nostalgic. I feel very proud of my homeland and my ancestors. I really remember Uncle Ho's merits.
These days, the air is filled with melodies evoking the homeland, rising naturally. The simple, Heartfelt lyrics blend with the joy of reunification as the past and present merge, spreading pride and joy for a unified Vietnam.
And as usual, let's continue with the weather forecast in Vietnam and around the world. And that's the end of today's headlines. To watch our program, you can download VTVgo from App Store, Google Play, or visit our YouTube channel at VTV4Go. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.